Hi, welcome to this mastery session. In this mastery session, I'm going to talk to you about the noble truths of life, because the life that we are going with is filled with a lot of complexity, and it's a duty as a student to declutter yourself from the complexity and to make your life simple. Because success is so simple, we people overcomplicate it. And the reason for the overcomplication is nothing other than we are getting lost in the game. In order to regain to normal state, in order to thrive in this world, you need to know these truths. So the first noble truth about life is the word called sincerity. When you are sincere enough to the works that you have been doing, you are moving ahead than the 99% of the population. The population that you see around are being into the mediocrity only because they are not able to exercise a particular muscle of sincerity. When you become sincere in your work, when you become sincere to your parent, it always pays you higher values. There was a book that I was reading last week, and in the book, it was an autobiography of a sports guy, of a renowned sports personality. And in the book, he had addressed in a manner that he was not liking this particular sport in the initial days, but his coach has advised him to take this particular sport and move forward. And now when he wins all these medals, he remembers that it was only because of that decision that the coach has made, he'd been into this particular level of athletes. So the point I like to illustrate is that the word called sincerity. When you're able to exercise sincerity at a higher level, you are paying off your negativities. You are paying off your higher values, because people can easily sense the level of genuinity within you. As a student, if you practice the level of genuinity, people will trust you, people will stand with you, and you will be moving to the higher ladders through the environment, because you're creating an environment through the world of sincerity. With that, coming to the second noble truth about life is the word called punctuality. On hearing this particular word, you would have thought that, oh, punctuality, I know, I'd been practicing it. But I'm here to tell you that punctuality is something which is very different from your thought. I define punctuality as punctuality is to reach well before time, and the second half is like to make use of the time very effectively. When you are being early, when you can make the things at the earlier stage, you are moving ahead than the 99% of the population. When you create things in a higher manner, when you try to explore the higher degrees of freedom within you, it's the level of punctuality that you are exercising. When you're going to a school, if the school gets started by 8 o'clock, it's your duty to be in the particular classroom by bare minimum of 7:40 or 7:45. And after that, it's a time for you to settle down. It's a time for you to create what things that you are going to do for the day. It's a time for you to make things in order. And on the other hand, if you're making things in a manner as if like you are making it at the finish line, you will be messed up. And believe me, the world that you see around is filled with a lot of messes. So segregate the messes to make it simple. It's high time to practice the word of punctuality. With that, coming to the next important point, it is a process of over delivery. If you are a student, it's high time for you to deliver at a higher side, because the world that you see around is just thinking of over delivery, but nobody is actually making the process of over delivery in structure. And as a student, it's high time for you to start the practice of over delivery. Now you may be thinking that how I can practice over delivery. Yes, right now you are producing less and consuming more. But on the other hand, when you produce more and consume less, you are in the process of winning. It could be in the terms of your academics. If the teacher is making a thought for you to study, you should always go for the higher end. Like you should always explore the higher ends of what is of the actual meaning of this particular topic is. Or in terms of your self-learning process, it's high time for you to start the process of self-learning, where the normal students are not even thinking of the process of self-learning. Because in this world to thrive in, the self-learning can make you a fortune in moving ahead than the 99% of the population. So over delivery can be applied to each and every levels. And when you start the process of over delivery, you may be feeling some pain. Oh, it's not my game. Or in other words, it's too tiring. But it's all the normal ones. Once you start the process of over delivery, once you exercise a particular muscle of over delivery, you feel that you are producing much higher than your peers. You are making into the higher finish lines. You are feeling that time is so important for you. Earlier, you may have driven by the time slots of other people, but right now you are getting driven by you yourself. So that is the process of over delivery, and start the actions of over delivery as a student. It could start from your home. When the process of over delivery gets started from your home, your environment is getting changed. You are getting better prospects on the place that you live. And when you replicate into your schools or colleges, you feel much higher levels of happiness within you. And that is how the process needs to be segregated for the future. So start practicing over delivery at each and every point of your life. Thereby, you produce more rather than you consume. With that, coming to the last important point, it is the word of lead. When you lead the game, you are playing the game and you are getting much higher experiences within you. When you lead the game with higher energies, you feel that the game is on. Initially, when you lead the game, you may be having difficulties as if like you may be careful enough to know what are the things that's actually happening around. But on the other hand, when you start to prove your journey to others as if like you are feeling that you are taking the lead position, you are learning more. When you learn more, you are growing more. When you are growing more, you are seeing much higher opportunities within you as a student. Or majority of the students who fall in the mediocre group are the ones who don't want to lead. They just wanted to be a member of the particular team. But on the other hand, take the position as a leader in moving forward through the journey, where you feel that each day is getting important. You are learning, you are growing. Of course, the results could be failure as well. But as failures, it would be the lesson for you to learn. Unless and until you are not putting into the shoes of being into the leader, you are not going to elevate the journey. You are not going to play the game at a higher frequency. In order to thrive as leader, start the process of learning through and start taking responsibilities within, so that you feel that each day is getting so important. So these are the process that can elevate your life to the higher ladders. If you feel that you need to work on the certain aspects that we had discussed in this particular video, start working on it and see greater results unfolding for you, because it's the correct time for you to start the process of molding, to move forward in the journey, to see higher ladders of success within you. So start the process and create immense miracles within you. Wishing you the best. And if you like this particular video, just press the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, just subscribe, and see you on the other side. Bye bye.